Stardew Valley is a charming farming simulation game where players inherit a rundown farm and transform it into a thriving homestead. With its delightful pixel art, engaging characters, and diverse activities like farming, fishing, and mining, this enchanting game kicks off our list of the top 30 best games for PC with no graphics card, updated 2024. The open-ended gameplay allows for creativity and personalization, and the rich storyline, complete with relationships and community events, adds depth to the overall experience. Terraria. Terraria is a 2D sandbox adventure game that combines exploration, building, and combat. With a vast, procedurally generated world and an emphasis on creativity, players can dig, build, and fight their way through a variety of environments. The game's pixel art style and wide array of items, creatures, and bosses contribute to its replayability. Cooperative multiplayer and frequent updates enhance the sense of community and exploration. Undertale. Undertale is an innovative RPG that subverts traditional game tropes. With a unique combat system that allows players to negotiate with monsters instead of always fighting, the game offers multiple story paths based on player choices. Undertale's quirky characters, memorable soundtrack, and thought-provoking narrative make it a standout indie title, leaving a lasting impact on players. HOTLINE Miami. HOTLINE Miami is a fast-paced, top-down action game known for its neon-soaked aesthetics and pulsating soundtrack. Set in an alternate 1989 Miami, players assume the role of a hitman tasked with carrying out brutal assassinations. The intense gameplay, coupled with a mysterious narrative and retro visuals, creates a thrilling and immersive experience that keeps players on the edge of their seats. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a beautifully crafted Metroidvania game set in a mysterious, insect-filled world. Players control the titular knight as they explore intricate environments, battle challenging foes, and uncover a deep lore. The game's tight controls, atmospheric visuals, and evocative soundtrack create a captivating experience. With a vast interconnected world and a sense of exploration, Hollow Knight stands out as a modern classic in the genre. Papers, Please. Papers, Please is a unique simulation game set in a dystopian world where players take on the role of an immigration officer. Juggling moral dilemmas and bureaucratic challenges, players decide who enters the fictional country of Arstotzka. The game's minimalist art style, gripping narrative, and moral ambiguity contribute to its critical acclaim, offering players a thought-provoking experience. Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is a challenging and atmospheric turn-based RPG that explores the psychological stress of dungeon crawling. With a dark and gothic aesthetic, players lead a group of adventurers through treacherous dungeons, battling monsters, and facing the psychological toll of their journey. The game's unique stress mechanic, coupled with strategic gameplay and stunning visuals, creates an immersive and punishing experience. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck-building game where players ascend a procedurally generated tower, battling enemies and bosses. The game's replayability lies in its ever-changing card combinations and character choices. Strategic decision-making and adaptability are crucial as players build their decks and navigate through a challenging and dynamic world. RIMWORLD. RIMWORLD is a colony simulation game where players manage a group of colonists stranded on an alien planet. The game offers complex systems of resource management, base building, and character relationships. Its open-ended storytelling, driven by emergent events and AI storytellers, creates unique and often unpredictable narratives for each playthrough. The diverse challenges and rich modding community contribute to its enduring popularity. Celeste. Celeste is a precision platformer that combines challenging gameplay with a touching narrative. Players guide the protagonist, Madeline, through treacherous mountain levels, overcoming obstacles and inner struggles. The game's tight controls, pixel-perfect art, and emotionally resonant story contribute to its acclaim. Celeste is not only a test of gaming skill but also a heartfelt journey of self-discovery and perseverance. Bastion. Bastion is an action RPG featuring a dynamic narrator that reacts to the player's actions. Set in a vibrant, hand-painted world, players control the kid as he battles through a post-apocalyptic landscape. The game's unique narration, impactful weapon choices, and an adaptive world make it a standout title. The combination of action, storytelling, and an immersive soundtrack creates a memorable gaming experience. Thomas Was Alone. Thomas Was Alone is a puzzle platformer that elevates the genre through its minimalist design and narrative focus. Players control a group of sentient rectangles, each with its own personality and abilities. The game's charming narration, elegant puzzles, and emotional storytelling showcase how simplicity can lead to a profound gaming experience. Spelunky. Spelunky is a roguelike platformer known for its procedurally generated levels and tough-as-nails difficulty. Players navigate treacherous caves filled with traps, enemies, and valuable treasures. The game's responsive controls, emergent gameplay, and multiplayer options contribute to its enduring popularity. Each run presents new challenges, making Spelunky a game where skill and adaptability are key to success. Don't Starve. Don't Starve is a survival game set in a dark and whimsical world filled with strange creatures and challenges. Players must explore, gather resources, and craft to endure the ever-threatening environment. The game's hand-drawn art style, quirky characters, and unpredictable nature create a captivating atmosphere. Don't Starve's emphasis on creativity and survival instincts makes every playthrough a unique and challenging experience. Into the Breach. Into the Breach is a turn-based strategy game where players control matches to defend against an alien invasion. Known for its deep tactical gameplay and emphasis on foresight, the game challenges players to think critically and plan moves ahead. The procedural generation of levels and diverse mech squads contribute to its replayability. Into the Breach stands out for its innovative mechanics and strategic depth. CRYPT the NECRODANCER. CRYPT the NECRODANCER is a rhythm-based dungeon crawler that uniquely ties movement and combat to the beat of the music. Players delve into randomly generated dungeons, defeating enemies and bosses with rhythmic precision. The game's catchy soundtrack, danceable mechanics, and challenging gameplay make it a standout in the roguelike genre. CRYPT the NECRODANCER offers a thrilling and musical twist to traditional dungeon exploration. LIMBO. LIMBO is a critically acclaimed puzzle platformer known for its haunting atmosphere and monochromatic visuals. Players guide a silhouette of a boy through a mysterious and atmospheric world, solving puzzles and facing eerie challenges. The game's minimalist storytelling, atmospheric design, and emotional impact have solidified its status as an indie classic. LIMBO delivers a unique and atmospheric gaming experience that lingers in the mind. Mark of the Ninja. Mark of the Ninja is a 2D stealth platformer that combines precision gameplay with a compelling narrative. Players control a ninja navigating through shadowy environments, utilizing stealth and acrobatics to outsmart enemies. The game's responsive controls, stylish visuals, and emphasis on player choice in approaching missions set it apart. Mark of the Ninja successfully merges engaging gameplay with a well-crafted narrative. Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is a challenging and fast-paced platformer known for its punishing difficulty and precise controls. Players guide the titular character through a series of hazardous levels filled with traps and obstacles. The game's tight controls, humorous tone, and retro-inspired visuals contribute to its addictive and rewarding gameplay. Super Meat Boy is a testament to the appeal of old-school difficulty and tight platforming mechanics. The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth. The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth is a roguelike dungeon crawler with a dark and twisted aesthetic. Players control Isaac, a young boy, as he navigates randomly generated dungeons, battling grotesque monsters and uncovering disturbing power-ups. The game's extensive item variety, procedural generation, and challenging gameplay make each run unique. The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth's blend of dark humor, strategy, and replayability has earned it a dedicated fan base. BROFORCE. BROFORCE is a side-scrolling run-and-gun game that pays homage to action movie tropes. Players control various brothers, each parodying iconic action heroes, as they blast through destructible environments and face off against enemies. The game's chaotic multiplayer, pixel art style, and over-the-top action create a thrilling and humorous experience. BROFORCE embraces the spirit of classic action movies while delivering an entertaining and explosive gameplay. OXENFREE. OXENFREE is a supernatural thriller adventure game that revolves around a group of friends who accidentally open a ghostly rift. Players control Alex, using a unique dialogue system to shape the narrative. The game's atmospheric visuals, haunting soundtrack, and emphasis on character-driven storytelling create a gripping experience. OXENFREE's blend of supernatural mystery and interpersonal drama sets it apart as a narrative-focused indie gem. CUPHEAD. CUPHEAD is a run-and-gun platformer with a distinctive 1930s cartoon art style. Players control Cuphead and Mudman as they battle through challenging levels and face off against imaginative boss fights. The game's hand-drawn visuals, jazzy soundtrack, and unforgiving difficulty pay homage to classic animation while offering a modern gaming challenge. Cuphead's unique aesthetic and relentless gameplay make it a standout title in the indie gaming scene. FTL, Faster Than Light. FTL is a real-time strategy game that puts players in command of a spaceship trying to outrun an advancing rebel fleet. With its challenging, roguelike gameplay, players must manage their ship's systems, crew, and resources to survive. The game's replayability stems from its procedurally generated galaxy, diverse ship options, and the constant pressure of the pursuing fleet, creating a tense and strategic experience. Rogue Legacy. This indie game combines roguelike and platformer elements, offering a unique experience. With pixel art graphics, you explore a constantly changing castle, face challenging enemies, and deal with a unique inheritance mechanic where each character has special traits. Rogue Legacy provides engaging gameplay and is light enough to be played on PCs without a dedicated graphics card. Hearthstone. Hearthstone is a digital collectible card game set in the Warcraft universe. With easy-to-learn mechanics and deep strategic gameplay, it has become a staple in the genre. The game's vibrant art, frequent expansions, and a robust competitive scene make it accessible to both casual and competitive players. Hearthstone's engaging card battles and constant evolution ensure its continued success in the world of digital card games. Gunpoint. Gunpoint is a stylish 2D stealth puzzle game that puts players in the role of a freelance spy. With a unique rewiring mechanic, players manipulate the environment to navigate through increasingly complex levels. The game's more inspired aesthetic, clever level design, and the freedom to approach objectives creatively set it apart. Gunpoint's blend of wit, strategy, and espionage make it a hidden gem in the indie game landscape. Hyper Light Drifter. Hyper Light Drifter is an action RPG with a beautifully pixelated world and atmospheric exploration. Players control a drifter exploring a mysterious, post-apocalyptic landscape filled with secrets and challenging enemies. The game's tight combat, cryptic storytelling, and stunning visuals create a mesmerizing and immersive experience. Hyper Light Drifter's combination of challenging gameplay and evocative world-building sets it apart in the indie gaming scene. The Banner Saga. The Banner Saga is a tactical role-playing game with a captivating story set in a Viking-inspired fantasy world. Players lead a caravan of characters through a narrative-driven journey filled with tough decisions and strategic battles. The game's hand-drawn art, impactful choices, and a sweeping musical score contribute to its epic atmosphere. The Banner Saga successfully blends tactical gameplay with a rich narrative, creating a memorable experience. Pillars of Eternity, Hero Edition. Pillars of Eternity is a critically acclaimed isometric RPG that pays homage to classic titles like Baldur's Gate. With a deep and branching narrative, players embark on a quest in the fantasy world of Yora, making impactful decisions that shape the story. The game's rich lore, strategic real-time with pause combat, and a diverse cast of characters offer a nostalgic yet fresh experience for fans of classic RPGs. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, as that really helps a lot. If you think any game is missing or if you're planning to play any of these games, don't forget to leave a comment. Those were the 30 best games for the no graphics card PC. This has been another video from New Quest Play, and I'll be here waiting for you for the next quest.